Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of System Shock Radio. I, as always, am your host Nigel, and today, got a few topics for you guys, but first, a couple announcements. For starters, my review of Call of Duty Vanguard is out now on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, go check that out. I'll link it in the comment section for this video. And while you're there, go ahead and subscribe as well. I do quite a bit of stuff, I should say, my apologies, on my YouTube channel, such as the movie reviews, the video game reviews, and we're going to be doing some other cool stuff as well. And, of course, my crime analysis videos, which the next one is going to be announced pretty soon. The other thing is, we've also got an episode of Nigel Dixie's Tales from the Labyrinth coming out today as well. I'm going to be reading some poetry, and the poetry I'm going to be reading is actually not going to be my poetry. It's going to be by someone else, but it's a poem I'm surprised I haven't read yet for Tales from the Labyrinth, but hopefully you all enjoy when I do read that. But uh, we will do that when we get to that. So without further ado, let's get right into our topics. Only a couple topics for you guys today. So the first is Wrestlemania. Yep, is my favorite time of the year, Wrestlemania season. Now, from reports, this year's Wrestlemania has been a bit of a mess, as it were, or for various reasons. Some that were in WWE's hands, and some which is kind of their fault, but some stuff that's kind of out of their control. Some matches have been changed. Some matches are like just now getting announced. Some matches are still up in the air, and we're only like 2 weeks away from WrestleMania. This is probably as late as you can get away with. If now we have seen a situation where a match didn't take place or become apparent until WrestleMania, but it was still built up, and that was, of course, John Cena versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 34. A huge waste of a match, if you ask me, but that's neither here nor there. For this year, though, it feels like some stuff is messy, dating back to the Royal Rumble this year. Apparently, because Shane McMahon botched the Royal Rumble so horribly, because of course he was the one producing it, and it's what led to him being let go. Because it got botched so horribly, WrestleMania pretty much was up in the air, and there's some injuries that kind of prevented other stuff from happening at Mania. Bobby Lashley apparently injured his shoulder. He's trying to be back in time for Mania, but it may not happen. And then apparently Bianca Belair may be legitimately injured. Big E unfortunately broke his neck, which prayers up for him. Hopefully he recovers, but other than that, WrestleMania looks. Thankfully, we got some matches that are starting to solidify. Of course, we got the championship versus championship unification match between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. Can you believe this is the third time they have faced at Mania for a championship, and this time it's winner take all, but they faced at Mania 31, but of course Seth Rollins, that's when he cashed in and everything, which, fun fact, Seth Rollins didn't learn he was going to be cashing in that night until 90 minutes before it happened, so about an hour and a half, last minute, am I right? But then they faced off at Mania 34 for the Universal Championship, and now they're facing off here, and it's likely going to be the main event of night 2, and I think night 1 is supposed to be, if Bianca's not legitimately injured, I think her and Becky are supposed to be main eventing night 1, but we got that match. We got a segment, not a match, but a segment between Kevin Owens and Stone Cold. Of course, Kevin Owens also, who for starters, he challenged Stone Cold to pretty much appear at Mania, but then he also showed up dressed as Stone Cold last night on Raw, which was pretty funny. But so we got that. Seth is apparently, now take this with a grain of salt, but apparently although they're building up storyline that Seth doesn't have an opponent at Mania, he is apparently supposed to be facing the returning Cody Rhodes, but who people are saying who apparently is signed, but we'll see if he actually shows up to Mania. Um, we got the Raw Tag Team title match between the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and RK Bro. Oh, and Randy Orton is going to be walking in in as a Raw Tag Team Champion, making him walk into multiple WrestleManias with the Grand Slam Championship. So of course that's WWE Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, IC title, US title, and of course tag team titles. Which Randy Orton, man, he has been around for a while, and ever since 2002. Ooh, around when like John Cena and Rey Mysterio and Brock Lesnar were all showing up, he showed up with them. But unlike those guys, he has yet to leave. He's stayed the whole entire time. Now, granted, it's not as long as the Undertaker, but still, that's crazy to think about. This is gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be 20 years for Randy. I think about it. It's that's crazy to think about. But we got that match. Charlotte is facing Ronda for the title at Mania, and I believe Damian Priest is facing Finn Balor for the U.S. title at Mania as well, because Finn beat Damian for it not too long ago. And we got Edge versus AJ Styles. Now that match I'm definitely looking forward to. We got Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee. So the card is like slowly coming together, which is good, but it's like 2 weeks before Mania, so WWE, you gotta hurry it up a little bit, because next week on Raw is gonna be the go home show. This is pretty much like any last minute changes you got, you better put them in now. But of course, I love WrestleMania, the showcase of the Immortals, the grandest stage of them all. Oh, we've seen the good and bad of WrestleMania, but it's always super exciting to see. So a lot of like the big matches taking place and stuff. And my first WrestleMania, which I talked about out a little while ago on System Shock Radio. This was, I think, quite a few episodes ago. Oh, I want to say it was one of like the 30s episodes. Oh, it was around like the 30s range, I think. I'll look it up to be sure. But my first WrestleMania that I watched was WrestleMania 24, which ironically, it also had some of the people that are going to be on this card, such as Randy Orton and Edge. But and of course we got Hall of Fame Undertaker is going in this year, the big one headlining. We also got Queen Charmel and Vader. So we're also going to see who else is going in the Hall of Fame this year. But let me know in the comments below. Are you excited for Mania? Are you not excited for Mania? Which, if you're not at this point, I kind of don't blame you, because it already feels like I said, it's been a bit of a mess, and hopefully they can pull it together. Now, interestingly enough, I don't think. Oh yeah, there is going to be a takeover before Mania, as prediction. Stand and Deliver, which is going to take place early on Saturday, and then the Hall of Fame ceremony is going to be later on, and then night one, all taking place on that Saturday, and then Sunday is going to be night two. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to work on that Saturday, so I'm probably going to miss Takeover and the Hall of Fame ceremony, and probably part of WrestleMania, but hopefully I don't miss too much of it. And you know what? If you guys want, I can review WrestleMania. I've been wanting to do, because I do review video games and movies and stuff on my channel. Oh, like I said, if you haven't already, go check those out. But I'd also be down to review some pay-per-views and some good matches. Some matches that I find either interesting, or, you know what, not even good matches, because there's bad matches that are kind of fun to watch as well. There's matches that are fun to watch for all the wrong reasons, and then matches you know are bad, and you gotta talk about how bad they are. So if you guys want to see me review those, definitely let me know in the comments section below. But the next topic we're going to talk about is the Marvel Netflix shows coming to Disney Plus. So, you may have noticed all the Marvel shows that were previously on Netflix, which is like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, Punisher and Defenders have all been taken off Netflix, and apparently the reason for that is that they are headed to Disney Plus. So, it makes sense because Disney Plus is the home to pretty much everything Marvel. It makes sense that they're going to get the Netflix stuff as well. Now, the question is, will it be a continuation of each series? Or will it be like a reboot? Will it be rebooting everything? For now, time will tell. Oh, now don't expect anything anytime soon, mainly because Disney Plus already has a lot of Marvel shows on the way, like new Marvel shows. We got the Marvels, which is gonna be like Captain Marvel, and then Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau, aka Hey Photon. So, they're coming as well, and then we got the Moon Knight show coming out, which his design looks really cool, in my opinion. And we got the Moon Knight show coming out. I believe they're gonna do another WandaVision as well. Another season of WandaVision. I gotta watch the first one. But all these shows coming to Disney Plus, and the Netflix library is gonna join them. So, with that being said, since they have a lot of shows coming out, I'm thinking if they do decide to do something with the Netflix shows, because it could be just a case of here's the Netflix shows, they're just on here, we're not gonna touch them, they're just gonna be here, you can watch them if you want. I think they may continue on with the shows, which would be interesting and would make sense as Daredevil was seen in Spider-Man No Way Home, helping out Peter Parker. Of course, Daredevil, Spider-Man, and very close allies, very good friends. But for now, we'll see. But it'll be interesting to see the direction they go, and great, more shows I gotta watch on Disney Plus. I am behind on show. Oh, if you ask me about a show, I'm probably not gonna have an opinion on it because I haven't seen it yet. But and then the last topic I want to talk about is setting goals. Now, why is it important to set goals? Well, mainly I see goals as something you can work towards, something that you want to strive to complete. Goals can be big or small that you want to achieve. For example, your goal could be, I want to wake up every day at this time, or I want to maybe spend less on different stuff, or I want to try to do this more often. And goals, I think, do provide satisfaction when you complete them, which is why setting goals, I think, is not only beneficial for you but rewarding. Not just because you get stuff done, but also because you feel that sense of accomplishment when you get the things done. So, for example, my goal is obviously to do System Shock Radio and Tales from Labyrinth more often, and I've been trying to do them more often, as you guys have hopefully seen, and I also want to do, of course, more stuff on my YouTube channel, which is why I started the movie reviews and the video game reviews, and why I might start the wrestling match reviews based on what you guys want to see. But setting those goals for myself and having them to work towards really makes things good for me, because I have something to achieve, and when I achieve it, I feel great about it. And another goal I have in mind is to graduate. So, this is my last semester of college, and I'm going to be graduating with my bachelor's degree for computer information systems. It was at my college, so hooray! Hey, but that's a goal I've been working on for the past 4 years. So the thing is, there's long-term goals and there's short-term goals. Short-term goals is stuff that could be completed within a short amount of time. I believe the time frame for short-term goals, like the rule of thumb time frame for short-term goals, is about maybe 2 or 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, which don't quote me on that, but I believe it is like 2 to 3 weeks. But then, of course, long-term goals is longer, like months or even years down the line. But those goals they give you satisfaction when you complete them. You get stuff done, and you get done what you want and need to get done, and it's just a great thing all around. So, if you have some goals, work towards them, and you will achieve them. Trust me, I believe in you. But without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. If this is your first time watching System Shock Radio, welcome. I hope you enjoyed. And if you're returning for System Shock Radio here, welcome back. And I also hope you enjoyed. And of course, Not Dixie's Tales from the Labyrinth also going to be out today as well. So stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.